Hey guys. So I've been getting a lot of questions about the guitar tones that I use in all my Vildhjarta covers, and I wanted to break down those tones for you in this video. A couple things before I get started though. This video's main focus is on those rhythm guitar tones, as that's the tone I get asked about the most, but I'll briefly go over the other tones that I just mentioned. For the more ambient / production style guitars, I tend to gravitate towards the archetype Plini and the archetype Nolly plugins, or I'll use various different presets that I've created within the quad cortex or that I find from different users, depending on the part and whatever I'm recording for those productions. First, I'll break down the guitar tone by itself and then show you all the plugins that I use for the bulk of the tone, and then jam with the plugin with a couple different guitars. And then I'll show you the same exact guitar tone in the context of the mix for one of my Vildhjarta covers, just to show you how it works with the rest of the mix. Everything that I use and I've mentioned will be linked in the description if you fancy the tones that I show you, and as well as all my links to all my stuff. If you want to check all my stuff out. And yeah, remember to like and subscribe. Let's try to hit 2,000 subs by the end of the month. And yeah, thank you guys so much for all the support you've shown me, and enjoy. Okay, so I'm now here in Logic Pro X. Just have the guitar tone here soloed. It's very simple. Before mixing, this is the exact tone that I have here. First, we just have a little bit of multi-band compression. It's my best attempt at copying the Andy Sneap kind of trick, except I don't own Pro MB, so this is the best I have right now. And yeah, just the simple compressing the palm mutes when the palm mutes get a little bit out of hand. And yeah, nothing too crazy about that. Just standard, but with the stock Logic plugin instead. I quite like this plugin. But yeah. Next, the main beef of the tone is Fortin Nameless. Now, I have a preset here saved, and yeah, this is for the majority of the rhythm tones for all the Vildhjarta covers. Actually, this is the rhythm tone, I should say. This settings are right here. I try to have as much / as little as possible, just enough to get me to the riffs, and because these pickups are hot on the abasi, so kind of have to be careful a little bit. But it is the Vildhjarta tone, so it's a bit crazy tone wise. So I tried to mimic that as much as possible while having a lot more clarity and clank compared to the super muddy, for lack of a better word, more kind of thick, round sounding guitar tone on that record. But yeah, high input, which is the input one, I believe. Okay, the master volume control is now pulled out. Standard, mid, and treble. I didn't feel the need to touch those, especially with this of how articulate this plugin or this guitar is. Bass a little bit pushed, since this guitar is very, very, very bright guitar, so I had to compensate for that a little bit. No cab section on, because I'm loading an external IR, but I'll get to that in a second. Gate set moderately here. Spinning wheel of death, sorry. We have the grind pedal on, full blast. Just super, making it even more clanky sounding, which I like. And it fits the mix to me. And then a little bit over halfway on the Fortin Zool gate. And yeah, that's that. And then finally to the cab. So I'm using Gecko Drums Studio Cabs Cali, but not in the way you think, or not in the way you typically use it. Like, I'm not using any of the cabs or whatever. Like, as you can see here, I can just load whatever the hell I want, but I'm not using any of that. I'm simply using an IR I loaded in. So the IRs that I have are some of my favorite IRs. It was recommended to me from Joshua Travis. His his IR company. So I bought some of the DV77 IRs they offered. I'll pop up the picture of it right now. And yeah, these are fantastic IRs, and I'm using, if I just go into the settings here, or into the user manual, I have the IR pack right here. And then this is all the IRs. There's a bunch to choose from. So many and so many different folders. But I'm using a mix. So I'm using this one, the Fredman 57, the double Fredman or SM57 technique for this. And yeah. And this is the guitar tone that you get with all of that combined. And now I have the session of my latest Vildhjarta cover of their newest song open. And I'm going to show you these tones soloed and in the context of the mix with the drums, the bass, and the production work. So here are the tones soloed. It has the same settings on both right and left rhythm tracks, and that's what this sounds like soloed. And with the track. And yeah, I absolutely love this tone. I think it works amazingly, especially when paired with an amazing drum sample library by Get Good Drums, amazing bass software by Submission Audio. It's just insane how sick all this stuff sounds. And yeah, hope you enjoyed that. Well, I was editing this video, and one thing I forgot to talk about was the pitch shifting, which is a huge part of it, and I forgot about it. But anyways, I'm here now. So when I'm tracking these riffs for these covers, when it comes down to the pitch shifting, if the riff is easy enough where I can get it super clean and tight, and there's not a lot of pitch shifts during the part, then I'll do the pitch shifts as I'm tracking the riff. But if there is like a plethora of pitch shifts, like in that one riff, to say Brunmarked, then that part I program them all in. And yeah, all the pitch shifting comes from the cortex. Or if I'm too lazy to program it all in, I'll just splice it, like splice and dice the riff with each of like the very quick like pitch change hits and all that stuff. But yeah, that's how the pitch shifting works in these covers. And yeah, that's the rundown of the tone. That's the tone I've used on every single Vildhjarta cover since I started making them, and will continue to be on every cover until I stop making music. But anyways, thank you guys for watching the video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Especially subscribe. Let's try to hit 2K subscribers by the end of the month. 2,000 subscribers. That's a crazy thing to say for me. Thank you guys so much for supporting my small little channel. I really do appreciate it. It means the world being able to say that we're almost at 2K. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Stay tuned for all the content that I have coming up. I'm going to try to post as much as possible weekly. So yeah, just stay tuned for all that stuff coming. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. And have a good rest of your day, night, wherever you are. Peace.